Good morning. Hey, how's everyone doing this wonderful morning? I am so excited to have this guest on today because he and I have been on a journey for years. For years. Before we get into that journey, I want to play a little throwback. It's Throwback Tuesday this morning. So I want to show you a little clip and then we can get on to the top reasons why you need a health debt coach.
That's a throwback for real.
Absolutely.
Oh man, that is a throwback.
I love it. I said you'd be surprised.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's David Girton, LiveNow Fitness, back at you again. Check it out. We're taking the show on location, right? We're going to hit you to healthy food, healthy stores around the area. Right now, we're at one of my favorite spots, the land of Cush, y'all. My man Greg, the owner, has got me hooked on the ribs, the mac and cheese, the greens, the yams. I can keep going on. You're going to have to come check it out for yourself. But check it out. I'm about to bring my man Greg in, right, so I can introduce you to the man that's behind this wonderful creation. Come on in, Greg. Here we go.
All right.
So this is my man Greg.
What's going on?
Gregory Brown.
How y'all feel?
Land of Cush. So Greg, man,
Yes,
how long you been here, man?
We've been here all of 9 months. We started out January 6th here, and been rocking and rolling ever since.
Okay, all right. So people always want to know, man. They ask me in the car ride up here, why is your food healthier than me going somewhere else?
Well, we take the time. First of all, it's vegetarian. Human beings are not meant to eat meat, so it's better for us to have a plant-based diet. It's better for your digestion. It's better for your heart, your cholesterol, all those good things. It helps cure diabetes. The second thing is that we focus on health. So we actually took the sugar out of drinks. Instead of making drinks with sugar, we use agave, which is a natural sweetener, metabolizes slow in your bloodstream, great for those suffering with diabetes. It'll help them adjust and kind of move away from the sweetness. So we really focusing on the health. We take the extra fat out, we put the healthy fats in, and get you low on the sugar. Nice, healthy, plant-based foods.
Nice.
That's what it is. So I know you meat eaters are a little worried right now, but don't worry about it. It's just, hey, man, it's just all about exposure, trying something new, right? So we about to dip inside, check out some of the food, see how they prepare stuff. All right, so come on, let's roll. So check it out. Here we are. We back in the kitchen. We back here with, let me say that right, Osria, right? And she's back here stirring my favorite dish. I think you need to get a shot of this. Get a shot of these ribs. That's the ribs, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that doesn't look good, right? She got the huge walk going on. My man Greg's gonna step in here. He's gonna step in here. He's gonna let you know how they make this stuff, right? So you know how healthy it is.
I mean, if I really told you how we make it, then I'd have to kidnap you and ship you to Alaska, but I'm not going to do that today. What we've done is we've taken basically some soybeans and kind of pressed them together and made them into these little riblets. And then we stir fry fresh vegetables, onion, some garlic, some peppers, and we make a homemade barbecue sauce. I cannot give you the ingredients to the barbecue sauce because it's so slamming. But we make everything fresh here.
y'all.
He think he gonna get it. We make everything fresh here. We use fresh vegetables, nothing really frozen. We use a lot of just fresh vegetables, local farms, and we put it into the food just to show you how easy it is, not only to be a vegetarian, but to eat fresh, eat healthy, and live right every day. It's not hard, y'all. It just takes a little bit of change, a little bit of discipline in our lives, and we can make it happen.
We put our love into the food.
We put our love into
Tell them again, she puts the love into the food. That means everything, y'all.
Our heart,
Everything.
our soul, everything goes in this.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I appreciate the love.
Love it. I love it.
Nice.
So check it out, y'all. We back in the kitchen. My man Craig has hooked me up with my favorite meal down here at the land of Kush. The ribs, the greens, and that oh-so mac and cheese, y'all. And I know y'all wonder, vegetarian, vegan, right? Vegan. How they make the mac and cheese. So Greg, I'm gonna dig in. Greg gonna hook you up on how they make the mac and cheese.
So the mac and cheese, we make the cheese from scratch. We use whole wheat elbow noodles, and then we make a homemade cheese using a little bit of soy oil, some nutritional yeast, and a little bit of soy milk. And bam, we make the magic happen. Mix it in, and there you go. You have some mac and cheese. Very healthy. We use healthy oils for a healthy bloodstream.
Magic, y'all. Y'all heard the word? He makes the magic happen. My belly is definitely feeling the magic right now. All right, so there you go. So check it out, y'all. There it is, the land of Kush. Not just vegan food, good food. Yo, this is about to be one of the premier restaurants in Baltimore. You need to come check them out. Tell them LiveNow Fitness sent you. All right, tell them David sent you. Greg and the fam, they gonna feed you the magic. All right, so check it out, y'all. Let's just eat smart, eat healthy, be good to your body. Remember, live life, live fit, but most importantly, live now. It's David Girton, y'all. Peace.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a throwback.
Yes. I gotta tell you, like, once we stop this, I gotta tell you this story. Is that still your number?
No, that's a throwback. That is a throwback.
Let's stop that. I have to tell you that video, he said 9 months. We would just open that video. We made the main commercial, and it drew so much business into the restaurant that it was amazing. We kept that video up for years, even after we stopped using agave, because, sugar is sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
We learned, we were babies.
It's about evolution. It's evolution.
We're 10 years in the making, man. Like 10 years. That is definitely a throwback. And we thank you for that video, because a lot of people came and we saw the video, blah, blah, blah. That is like a classic.
That is a classic. I mean, when he said 9 months, I was like, 9 months? Like, how long ago was this video? Like,
we love it. And Greg kept referencing vegetarian. I want to address that with everyone of the viewers. When we opened the land of Kush, our vegetarian was pure vegetarian, because to this day, I don't understand why eggs and dairy are in the definition of vegetarian. They're not vegetables. So when we opened up, we were pure vegetarians. No dairy, no eggs, no honey. And then all this vegan stuff started. But anyway.
Yeah, that's that lacto vegetarian. And you guys never said that.
Exactly. So top reasons why you need a health debt coach. Talk to me about your journey, David, from there, before there, and why we need one.
Yeah, I mean, so like, man, you really took me back right there. So, and that just shows like the evolution, like our evolution, you know what I mean? Because that's like almost 10 years ago. And I founded, created LiveNow Fitness 15 years ago, this coming November. So, agave, before even, he talks about agave, and no, we don't promote that stuff anymore, because as you said, it's sugar is a sugar is a sugar. And that speaks to, my evolution from being a computer geek to, really getting into health and fitness and starting to help people on the side of my 9 to 5, just doing it as a hobby, coaching people, training people. At that time, I didn't even consider myself a coach, but training people 15 years ago, helping them out, sharing the knowledge that I was getting at the time when I was a baby in this, when I was still, it was a switch from sugar to what I thought was better was brown sugar. you know, and then it was, and, you know, because it was brown. It was brown.
We all thought that. I was the same way.
It's got to be better because it's got color in it. And then it was, you know, then it was honey, and then it was molasses, and then it was agave, then it was coconut this, and then, you know, and then finally to, you know, today, like, you know, I don't use any sweeteners. You know, I might use a date or something like that, but I don't use any sweeteners. But, you know, my journey started, you know, as I said, out of my house with me just training folks as a hobby. I got more serious about it because, you know, I have a family history like most of us in the African American community. I had a family history of, you know, disease, and it was, you know, it was diabetes and high blood pressure and all of that stuff. And I grew up with my grandmother. I lived with her for a lot of years. So growing up with a diabetic and having to give her shots, you know, it didn't resonate as much when I was younger, but as I got older and I started to make my own choices and I started to see more of this stuff being prevalent in our community, it was like my grandmother giving her those shots and her not having energy and barely seeing her move. Like the more and more that started to become a vivid memory as I got older, it was like, man, I don't want to live that life. And I don't want the people that are in my circle and the people that I come in touch with, I don't want them to have to live that life, because having to give yourself a shot or somebody else giving yourself a shot, not having energy and all of this stuff and having to really watch what you eat, like is not an ideal life. So, you know, that's where I started. Like that was the foundation, you know, the family ills that I didn't want to be a part of. That was where I started, Naijha, and then it's been a progression and evolution since then, 15 years in business. And, you know, of course, my philosophy has changed. It's just as, you know, from brown sugar to dates.
Right.
It's from a lot of exercise to now I know it's much more than that. It's about this more than it's about anything.
Right, exactly. Let me ask you something. Right now, you're doing a 5-day plant-based challenge with the fitness gym.
Experience.
5-day experience. And you're calling it experience. Why?
Because the whole thing about challenges is the word is overused. And people just do it because they're like, man, it's a challenge. Let me jump in this. And they look at it as a challenge and they're not looking at it any further than the challenge. And that's not what we wanted this go around or even in future programs that we do like this. We want it to be an experience where you take these tools and these resources and this knowledge and you continue to apply them to your experience, your wellness experience going through life. Normally people go from challenge. What we find is people go from challenge to challenge. You see it all the time.
I don't really like challenges. I don't really like challenges because I know what you mean. It's just like we're over challenged with a lot of things. It's kind of like just develop a habit and keep with the habit. But it's nice that you're using the experience. Like what we did with Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week. Okay, it wasn't for vegans. When we came out with it, it was for vegans to bring their family out to experience the vegan food, and for restaurants to understand that this is a serious market and you need to make items available. Exactly. It's not going away.
And that's what our push was. Like we have to make programs approachable, you know? So if I just say plant-based and it's strict plant-based, then yeah, it is a challenge. But if I meet people where they are and I tell them, hey, you need to eat more plants. Like that's not debatable. You need to eat more plants. The standard American diet is not where it's at for health.
It's sad.
It's sad. Exactly. It is
it's sad. A sad diet.
It is sad with 2 Ds. It is sad. And so we meet people where they are and we say, hey, take this experience with us. No, you don't have to stop eating meat. We don't want to force you into anything. We want to expose you to more things. And that's more things in the plant kingdom, which is just limitless. You know, so when we take that approach, we get a lot more people in. But when we say strict challenge, people are like, nah, that's okay.
They think people usually feel that they're going to be deprived of things.
Exactly.
My journey basically, was health. My cholesterol was too high. I came down to Maryland and it was too high. And the physician was talking about some meds, and I don't do meds because I'm holistic. So I had to find a way to get rid of this cholesterol, and, garlic pills. Dr. Google was helping me with everything. I'm taking pills and all that until I met my now husband, Greg, who was bringing these lunches to work. And they were vegan lunches, and I had never met anybody like that. So I started learning and evolving into, okay, this is a real serious lifestyle, and it's a different experience. I was exposed to Whole Foods. Like, what the heck is a Whole Foods market? And, I started learning the market better than he did, because it was an experience, and I'm a shopper. I wanted new stuff. Now, when I started with LiveNow Fitness, everyone, I started in December of 2017. So I had already had my daughter, and I was the weight of 145 when I had my daughter. And I was comfortable with that weight. And then I shot up to like 167. And I was on a vegan plant-based diet, but I was kind of, sedentary. I guess that's what you would say. Sedentary, driving around, not doing a lot of, so not doing a lot of exercising. When I came to David, I told him straight out, like, I don't want this, my belly and things like that. And you love yourself. You got to love yourself, but also understand that your weight is also important too, because you want to be able to breathe well. You don't want to, be too large where you're having problems breathing and things like that, because a lot of people go vegan because of those reasons too. So I've been with LiveNow Fitness about 3 going on 4 years, and it's been an incredible journey. And even during the pandemic, where people are gaining weight, I'm losing weight because you guys, what did you do? Like, talk to us about that.
I mean, the biggest thing was, we met, before, they forced closures. I met with my team, and we made a decision to close before they told us to close. And we said, hey, we're going to move everything online. I was already doing, my signature program online, which you're a part of, my AIR program. I was already doing that online. So the transition was simple, because we knew if they were talking lockdown, we knew that people were going to lock down, and they would lock down their activity. Like, their activity would go from up here to, it would plummet. So we knew that we had to take action as far as being health advocates, being fitness advocates, wellness. We knew that we had to take immediate action. So we moved things online. We moved our program online. And as you can see, we offer even more now than we did when we were in person, with
the meditation,
with all the nutrition calls, with the holistic wellness calls. Like, we're doing a lot more now, because we know now is like a crucial time, because they've taken everything away from us, right? They've literally almost taken outside away from us, which we need to survive, to thrive. We need outside. We need movement. We need good whole food, as you said. And we knew that if we didn't take action like immediately, the ball would slip, and we would have clients just gaining weight like crazy. Because what are you going to do when you're sitting in the house? There's too many channels on TV. Right. Everybody panicked. Everybody went out and bought all this food. We bought comfort food. So if you're sitting around buying and eating comfort food, not moving, watching TV, messing up your posture, messing up your back, messing up ultimately your mind, we were not going to be a part of that. So that's why we mobilized quickly and switched things to an online platform. And that's what we're still doing now, with sort of a hybrid now, because, we have moved things outside. We'll soon be moving, to indoors, with limited classes, weather, long as the weather permits, we'll stay outside though.
How's that working out? Because that when all of this happened, of course, I was in a frenzy because the child is out of school now. So now I have to engage in that. And then we still have the marketing of the restaurant, because, the restaurants were impacted. I was highly stressed. There, we had Vegan Soul Fest, where we were trying to get prepared for, but of course with the shutdown, we can't do that. We had just finished up Maryland Vegan Restaurant Week, which was a blessing that happened before the pandemic. So I was really, really stressed out and depressed. And, you know, even working with Jane Unchained News and doing my lives, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, there's nobody in the restaurant. There's nothing going, you know, I wasn't motivated and I needed something to get me motivated. And I have to say, getting up and doing the fitness lives and the meditations and all of that kind of helped me out in clearing my mind on what is the next move going to be. Exercise helps with that. I want you to explain to people the top reasons why a health deck coach is needed. Why is this needed? Let us know, because some people aren't taking this seriously.
You know, it goes back to I don't remember the biblical quote, you know, verbatim, but, you know, it says that the debtor becomes a slave to the lender. So with that analogy, when we're lending our health, when we're giving our health over to a sedentary lifestyle, not moving, not eating well, staying up late, looking at electronics all the time, all through the wee hours of the night, watching too much TV, just messing up like our body. Our body wants to be in homeostasis. It wants to be happy. It wants to be healthy. And it's going to fight for health as much as possible. No matter what you do, your body is going to always be fighting to get back to homeostasis so that it can be healthy and fit. And it wants to move. It's just like your car, Naijha. If you don't move your car, say if you just left your car on the side of the street for the next 6 months and you go out to start it, more than likely it's not going to start. And there's going to be a variety of other problems because moving parts are supposed to move. They're not supposed to just be still. It's the same thing with our body. It is the most advanced piece of equipment on the planet. So it needs to move. And why does everyone need a coach? We have a coach for everything, right? We have a coach. We go to church. We get spiritual, right? We go to our doctor to get some of the health. We go to, you know, a psychologist, psychiatrist to get emotional help. You know, we have a coach, you know, chefs, they go to school, they get coached. Everyone needs a coach and a support group. And that's where we come in. We're going to give you the coaching as well as the support group, and not the coaching to where you're dependent upon us, because that's never what we want. Because, you know, Naijha, there's times where business gets hectic for you, but you have such a strong foundation from us that, hey, you can make it through until you get back with us. And that's what we want to do. We want to empower people to, in simple stuff. You know, like,
I remember you sending me a postcard one time when I wasn't showing up. You literally sent me a postcard like, Naijha, yes, where you at? And then there was a time when you yelled at me about not coming to class, like drill sergeant. Like, and some of us need that to be held accountable.
We need the push. We need the nudge. You have a manager boss at work, or maybe you're a manager boss, and you have to nudge people. Like, that's what you do. And most people, the way that this world is designed right now, most people don't want to move.
Right.
They don't want to eat healthy. They don't. So they need, that's why, like, what is it? 75% of the nation is overweight to obese. So, like, that's like 3 out of 4 people. Like, that is insane. Whereas when you and I were growing up, because we're like the same demographic, yes, when you and I were growing up, you can remember still to this day the overweight people.
Yes.
Like, you can, like, I remember them by name because it was only like 1 or 2 people.
Right.
But now that's
you're
flipped.
right. You are right. And it has to do with the food system, and it has to do with this technology and this couch potato mentality, because you see it with the children.
Yes.
And it's an epidemic with the children gaining
juvenile diabetes.
Yes.
How many kids when we were growing up had high blood pressure and diabetes? Like, I don't remember any.
Right.
I don't remember any, because we were outside, we were playing, We were picking, where I was from, we was picking apples off the trees. I was going to my grandfather's garden. We had to be made to come back inside. Whereas the kids now, you have to make them go outside.
Right,
and that's a problem because now with melanated people, we're talking about vitamin D deficiencies are crazy. In the pandemic, I'm sure it's even crazier because we're spending too much time inside looking at electronics. And I could go on and on about electronics and how that blue light is messing up our biology.
How can people really connect with you? Is it just the Instagram? Because I know, what is the state of your business right now? Is it still just local to Elkridge, or are you going to allow this to become virtual?
Yeah, with the air, with my air program, which is mainly virtual, and then with the pandemic happening, and we went totally virtual. Like it opened us up to everybody. You know what I mean?
Is the air program the best thing people can do to get if this is a global thing and they
it's one of our programs. We would do a consultation. So
LiveNow Fitness is the site they would go to.
Yeah,
right?
LiveNowFitness.com, or you can reach out to me on IG. My IG is The Health Debt Coach. You can reach out to me on Facebook, and that's David S. Girton Jr. with The Health Debt Coach in parentheses. But yes, the website, LiveNowFitness.com, you can fill out and we'll contact you. And we'll see what's the best fit for you, pun intended, with the fit, because everybody is different. Everybody doesn't go to the same programs. And that's what we look to do, is meet somebody where they are and then help them in the right program if our program is the best fit for them.
I just want to make sure that whoever's viewing and with the replay, that folks understand that this is an incredible opportunity. It's an incredible program that they're offering at LiveNow Fitness. I am not a fitness enthusiast, I can tell you that. I like to bike ride and I like to swim. Running is the least favorite thing that I like to do, and exercising right after that. Like you all make it fun. And yes, I do get my rut days because the courses or the classes are about 45 minutes. And then sometimes I got to break it down, 14 minutes here. And I find some way to do some quick workouts. But for the past few years, I have valued what you offer there and I've watched somebody lose how many pounds? You're member of the year. It's on your website. Lost so much. She was so motivated.
I think it was like 80 some pounds, I believe.
I was like looking at her like, if I could do what you do, like I just saw her melt away.
We meet people where they are. Our exercises, you can do jumping jacks and squats anywhere. You know what I mean? You can do that stuff anywhere. Right. But our program is comprehensive. It's holistic. So it deals with more than just the exercise. We're not trying to beat you up, but we are going to challenge you. We're going to meet you where you are. So it's not where you have to come in and fit in with someone else and keep up with someone else. No, you're going to keep up with yourself and you're going to get the best results for the best effort that you put in. And that's what we do, and just so you know, we do boxing.
I love the boxing. That's the one I like. I like when you do the boxing. That boxing is awesome.
So I wanted to let you know we're doing boxing this Thursday.
Okay.
At 7:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's free. So we're letting the community in. We're letting the community in.
Free boxing. How do I sign up? LiveNow Fitness.
So all they have to do is just go to LiveNowFitness.com. Go to the contact page. Hit us up. Tell us, hey, you want to box on Thursday. We'll send you a registration link so that you can join us. We'll send you the Zoom link so you can join us virtually. Doesn't matter where you are. You join us virtually for the free boxing workout that we do once a month. It's become, probably our most popular class right now. And we just have a lot of fun.
Put that in there so people know.
We play good music. We joke. We have fun. But we take, being fit and healthy and well, we take that seriously. And I don't think, you and I were talking before the call, the messages about the mask and staying apart and all this stuff, I get it. I understand all that. But we're not talking enough about health.
Right. I
Like,
agree.
what do we do to really strengthen our immune systems? They're not telling people, hey, go for a walk every single day. Get outside every single day. You know what I mean? Eat as you would serve in your restaurant. Eat whole foods
Eat
every
whole
single
foods.
day.
Yes.
Drink your
Yes.
water.
Yes.
Go to bed. That's not enough of the messaging. And that's what my duty is to get that messaging out as much as possible.
So, folks, you heard it here. I mean, we can eat all the vegan junk food and the plant-based food and things like that, but you still need to incorporate that exercise. I'm a perfect example. Been vegan for 12 some odd years and went 25 pounds up and wanted to come down. And that was my goal. And I want to be sculpted. I just don't want to do all this cardio. I want to do strength training and I want to build muscles. I want to be stronger and I want a sculpted body. That's what I want. What do you want out there? What do you want? And is LiveNow Fitness the place where you need to go to get yourself an official health debt coach? And shout out to Coach Darius because he encouraged me to join the little black dress challenge or experience because I'm not into that either, but it was fun and it encouraged me and pushed me a little bit further too. So that's some of the stuff that they do there as well. It's family. It feels like a family at LiveNow, and I do miss the social aspect of it. So I can't wait to get out there now that you're slowly opening it up for the outdoor classroom. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any questions. I know somebody said howdy, and that's great. Definitely, we want to thank Jane Unchained for allowing us the platform to use for this live broadcast. Please subscribe to NaijaSpeaks.com. Tell your friends to watch this replay. And for more veg resources, we have a nonprofit, the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland, but it's a 24/7 online resource. So you can tap into it all around the globe. Go to bvsmd.org. You find veg guides, you'll find blogs, things like that. And you also get a 20 healthy salads recipe guide if you opt into the email. Also, download the African American Vegan Starter Guide.com by the fabulous Tracy McQuirter. All things Black vegan are in that book. Interviews, recipes, everything. Coach, I definitely want thank you to for taking the time. Is there any single message you want to send to the viewers right now that we didn't cover that you feel is very important?
I would just follow up and say, hey, if you're not moving, just start slow. Even if you don't reach out to me and LiveNow Fitness, just start slow, baby steps. Just start walking around the block once a day. Drink a little bit more water.
What do you eat? You know what? I didn't ask you. What does your day look like in terms of breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
So breakfast, I do IF, so I'm intermittent fasting most of the time. So
oh wow, okay.
When I get up in the morning, it's usually just warm or hot water with lime. Okay. I usually have 2-3 glasses of that. That usually takes me through my workout and coaching classes, and then I have a smoothie. That's pretty much a meal. I usually have that around the 9-10 o'clock hour. And then by, noon, 1, I'm hungry. Then I have a meal. So then it's usually, like yesterday I had a Buddha bowl that had sweet potatoes and greens and tomatoes.
Nice.
And things like that, pumpkin seeds in it. And then I'll have kind of the same thing at dinner. And that's pretty much what I do every single day. It looks like that. And it works, it works for me.
Well, you look amazing. You look amazing. You're being modest. I mean, this is a soldier right here. You've won a lot of awards and stuff for your soldier activities. And you talked about in your bio training the NAACP leader conference, right?
Leadership conference.
Yes.
Train a lot of people. I've been around, like I said, for 15 years, so I've seen a lot. Still learning a lot, and that's what I pride myself on. That's what my team prides themselves on, is learning. We're always learning so that we can impact lives at a higher level each and every day.
Hey, Jane, that's James Velez Mitchell, the Jane Unchained is actually her station. Thank you for joining us, Jane. Yes, she loves the suggestions. And yes, we all need to be eating like this. And Jane, that is what I'm bringing here. We need to be eating like this. And we also need to be working out as well.
I mean, because the last thing is like, you know, with the standard American diet, like we don't, like, it keeps you hungry. It keeps you in a state of hunger because you're not eating complex food.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're not eating food that has all the vitamins and minerals in it. That's why people are always hungry. That's why they're gaining weight. Throw on top of that, they're not moving. So we eat simple like our grandmothers and our grandfathers did. And we will be healthy, but it's baby steps to get you there. No matter where you are right now, take baby steps.
And information is powerful. Okay, again, I appreciate you, Coach. I know you got a busy schedule. You got some more classes to teach. Thank you.
Ma'am.
Thank again, Jane Unchained, Veg Fund, Welfare World, Women Funders and Animal Rights. And I'll see you all this afternoon at 6 o'clock for the next session. Peace out.
Peace.